What's up, everyone, today? We need to talk about what's really going on between Draya Michele and Jaylen Green, because there's a lot more to this story than what's being shown online. So here's the deal. Not too long ago, I mentioned the situation these two had while they were out at what looked like a New York Fashion Week event. Things got heated, words were exchanged, and Draya looked like she was ready to go off on him. Jaylen wasn't having it either. He straight up told her that he hated her. Yeah, it was messy. But fast forward to now, and suddenly they're back all lovey-dovey, acting like everything's perfect and posting those PDA moments for the world to see. Personally, I'm not buying any of it. We're talking about a woman in her 40s who's been around this industry for a long time, and honestly, this pattern isn't new. There's a growing trend I've noticed, and I might make a whole separate video about it, where women in their late 30s or 40s go after young NBA or NFL players, barely in their 20s, just stepping into fame and money, still figuring life out, and that's exactly what happened here. Draya got involved with Jaylen Green while she was still seeing another guy. That decision ended up costing her big time, including the home she shared with that NFL player. So, if you remember, I already made a video about this whole situation before. Back then, Draya and Jaylen were still seeing each other, and that infamous photo, yeah, the one that went viral, showed them walking together like everything was cool. Now here's where things got messy. Draya was apparently trying to secure a house, a place she thought she could call her own. From what's been said, Jaylen was either planning to buy it for her or help her get it somehow. But somewhere along the line, things flipped. He changed his mind, told her to pack up and leave, and that's when she reportedly tried to fight back. In the end, though, he managed to get her out of that place. And why did all that happen? Because she was juggling two men at once. Her relationship with the other guy, the NFL player, was already falling apart, so she started cozying up to Jaylen to make sure she had a safety net. That's her pattern. She's a survivor in her own way. She knows how to land on her feet no matter what. To be fair, even at 40, Draya still looks amazing. Looks were never her issue. Her real problem has always been emotional. She's damaged, she's been through too much, and she's built this reputation that people can't seem to forget. When people say, "for the streets," Draya's name often comes up, because she's been in that lifestyle for years. She already has a child with former NFL player Orlando Scandrick, and now another one with NBA player Jaylen Green, so yeah, she's got ties to fame and money. That's the world she's been living in. Add reality TV to the mix. And she's been stuck in that spotlight game for so long that it's almost impossible for her to walk away now. And that's why she's trying so hard to make everyone believe her thing with Jaylen is real. That whatever argument they had in public was no big deal. But here's the truth. That was one of the first public moments we ever saw between them, and it already looked rocky. They hadn't even been together that long. So let's really talk about this for a second. Draya and Jaylen have been together for, maybe a little over a year? And now here they are, caught on camera in the middle of New York, arguing on the sidewalk like it's some reality show scene. Jaylen's out there telling her straight up that he hates her. Like, what are we even doing at this point? This right here, this is where Draya ends up looking completely out of place. It's like no matter how hard she tries to reinvent herself, she keeps ending up in messy situations that make her look bad. Now, check this out. TheShadeRoom jumped on the story right away. They posted that just a day after fans started questioning whether Draya and Jaylen were falling apart. The two of them showed up in public acting like everything was fine. According to their post, the couple was spotted at a fight party in New York City for the Terrence Crawford vs. Canelo Alvarez match on September 13th. And from the photos, they looked like nothing ever happened. Draya had her arms wrapped around Jaylen while he leaned in for a kiss. The perfect "we're good" moment. Almost too perfect, like something straight out of a PR playbook. Neither of them has spoken about that viral argument yet. But from the way they're posing now, it's clear they're trying to convince everyone it was just a small disagreement. Nothing serious. But let's be real here. You've got a 22-year-old guy arguing in public with a 40-year-old woman. That's double his age. If the roles were reversed, if a 40-year-old man was arguing with a 20-something-year-old woman on the street, everyone would be dragging him nonstop. But because it's Draya, people look the other way. They say things like, "Oh, she's cool, she's chill, she's that girl from the industry." And suddenly, all the red flags are ignored. But the truth is, she's been part of that same industry scene for years. And now she's out here dating guys young enough to still be finding their place in the league. And speaking of that, Let's not forget, Jaylen Green just got traded from the Houston Rockets because the team didn't see him as their future star. So while he's still trying to prove himself in the NBA, he's also caught up in all this public drama with Draya. So here's the thing. The Rockets literally traded Jaylen Green for an older Kevin Durant because they believed KD could bring more value and experience to the team than Jaylen. That alone should be a wake-up call. If I were Jaylen, I'd be locking in on basketball right now, not getting caught up in off-court drama. He's still young, still got time, but if he doesn't get serious soon, he could easily end up bouncing from team to team, becoming one of those players who never really find a home in the league. That's what happens when your focus slips. Now, let's see what people online are saying about all this, because the comments are wild. One person joked, "Oh, she must have bought him some ice cream." Another one said, "Are they trying to convince us or themselves?" Someone else wrote, "Y'all act like you never told somebody you hate them but still stayed with them. That's how half of y'all got stuck with your baby mama or baby daddy." And honestly, that comment hit a nerve. Because yeah, couples argue, but this situation is a little different. I mean, one of them is 40, the other is 22. That's not just a regular age gap. That's a whole different stage of life. Another person chimed in, "That's why I stay out of people's business." Someone else said, "That I hate you moment told me everything I needed to know." And another user asked, "Wait, was that before or after the I hate you?" Then one comment really summed it up. Remember, you're trying to convince yourself, not us. Who you are when the cameras aren't around. That's what really matters. Of course, a few people tried to defend them too. "Y'all acting like couples don't argue," one said. Another added, "Okay, don't force it now, we saw what we saw." And honestly, they're not wrong. If you're in your early 20s dating someone who's 40 and it's only been a year, there's only so much you can hide. The cracks are going to show eventually. So let's be honest. If they're already out here arguing like that, what does that really say about their relationship? And this probably isn't even the first time. You can tell there's been tension before. They just don't seem like a natural match. Jaylen gives off the vibe of someone who'd rather be doing anything else than filming TikToks with her. Remember that goofy video they posted? The one where if he guessed something wrong, he'd have to take her on a shopping spree? Or that other one with the make the water disappear challenge? Like, come on. This is a grown 40-year-old woman still doing teenager-type stuff for clout. Honestly, both of them seem stuck in a state of arrested development, just emotionally frozen in different ways. And ever since that one viral clip of Jaylen doing that weird thing with his teammate surfaced, it feels like he's been on a mission to prove something. That's probably why he's been overcompensating, getting Draya pregnant and, at the same time, another woman too. It's like he's trying to shout to the world, "See? I'm straight, I'm good." The same kind of energy you see with other athletes like Stefon Diggs, who try too hard to make sure everyone knows they're all about women. And that's the vibe people are picking up on, that this whole relationship might not be about love at all, but about image. Draya gives him that public visibility, that look at us attention. But at what cost? Because honestly, Jaylen could be with anyone. He's young, talented, and just getting started. So why put himself through unnecessary drama with someone who's been in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons? He should be focusing on his NBA career, perfecting his game, building his legacy, not getting distracted by a relationship that's more social media spectacle than real connection. At the end of the day, the stories about Draya are everywhere. The industry knows. So you really have to wonder, is all this worth it? Anyway, that's my take. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Drop your opinions, hit that like button, and share this video. And don't forget to follow me on all my socials linked below. I'll catch y'all in the next one.